All right, this is messed up. It has been 90 hours since the tragic Brown University shooting in Rhode Island, and the FBI has still not found a suspect. There is a massive leadership vacuum at the FBI in the shape of Kash Patel. Over the past 90 hours, Kash Patel has gone to a Christmas party. Kash Patel attended the White House Christmas party with his girlfriend as the Brown University shooter remained at large. And then, with his girlfriend, he did a podcast with Stephen Miller's wife, Katie Miller. I covered that in the video last night. We'll touch on that briefly, but I just want to touch on Kash Patel and the FBI's broad incompetence here. Listen, I know that it's hard to find a suspect, but there seems to be a leadership vacuum that is then running downstream into the rest of the FBI because we have video after video of Kash Patel's top-notch team kind of just dragging their feet. When I say dragging their feet, I mean literally just sifting through the snow in Providence, Rhode Island. This is Kash Patel's top-notch team on the left play.
You can see them that they're kicking the snow out of the way, methodically looking step by step, looking to see if there's anything in the snow at all that can help point them in the right direction in this investigation. And if you look over across the street, Seth, for those of us just show, let me see it right over here. There's that team as well. They're doing the exact same thing across the street.
Dude, the shooter's getting away at this point. This is what the FBI has turned into. This is a fake photo of Kash Patel, but this has been going around the internet because he might as well just be blind. He might as well be blind as this Christmas party is happening, as Kash Patel and his girlfriend were then reported to appear on Katie Miller's podcast. As this FBI investigation was going on, as it was losing steam and they realized that hours and hours had passed, the shooter had likely gotten away, they began to kick the snow around. And then Kash Patel was on a podcast while this was happening to continue posting this again, says Wu-Tang, because we can't stop thinking about how incredibly clueless Kash Patel's FBI is.
The FBI. Who is gathered there as part of the investigation. And, John, at times we've seen them with actual rakes combing through some of the snow-covered ground there, some of the shrubs, some of the trees. They're obviously looking in very specific areas. Again, this is live, watching the FBI combing through, obviously looking for any bit of evidence to further this investigation live out of Providence, Rhode Island, John.
Yeah, anything that the gunman might have dropped or tossed on his way out of the building as he went walking down the street, because that's right in the area there where the surveillance camera got a picture of him, where our Brian Yennis.
Donald Trump has appointed clowns into every position, and we've gotten a clown show. Dean Obadiah says, just to be clear, yesterday Kash Patel was bragging that thanks to the FBI's leadership, a person of interest was arrested. Well, they arrested the wrong person, so he is being released. Hell of a job, Kash. This is the fourth investigation where Kash Patel has made a faulty announcement. And let me just remind you guys, Kash Patel has also multiple times thrown tantrums in the wake of Charlie Kirk's shooting. He threw a tantrum when he was found out to have a government jet that he was using for personal matters. He fired the person who called him out. He threw a tantrum when he got exposed for using a SWAT team to escort his girlfriend and her friends. What about this? One damning incident included in the report described Patel on September 11th, the day after the conservative podcaster Charlie Kirk was assassinated while speaking in Utah. Patel flew in to assist the investigation, but, quote, would not disembark from the plane without an FBI raid jacket. Multiple FBI agents corroborated the story, and Kash Patel doesn't want this story out there. By the way, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you want to help boost this exact story, this exact message. Quote, Patel apparently did not have his own FBI raid jacket with him and refused to step from the plane without wearing one. The report, citing a highly respected agent, read, FBI agents who were working on Kirk's case, quote, had to stop and ask around to find an FBI raid jacket, a medium-sized one, that would fit. And eventually, Patel was given a jacket belonging to a female agent. That's why they call him medium-sized Kash Patel. However, according to the report, the FBI director complained, quote, 2 areas on the upper sleeve did not have Velcro patches attached and refused to leave the plane until those areas were patched, prompting agents to remove their own to loan to him. It gets even worse. I mean, Kash Patel was then using his FBI and SWAT teams to drive his girlfriend's intoxicated friends home. Someone on Twitter said, this dude is using the FBI agents like pledges. Like literally, it's like a frat over here. This is the FBI. These are our taxpayer dollars. This is the same exact FBI that is dragging their feet, not only metaphorically, I mean literally. Where's the clip? Sorry, let me find this. This clip
has been dutifully reporting from.
Okay, so we're going to continue watching this. John, obviously, as that community and those students.
And this is Fox News acting like this is the most intense thing in the world, but somebody zoomed in and said, is this an official technique investigation that we don't really know about? This is the FBI under Kash Patel. While I play this, let me just remind you, Kash Patel over the past 90 hours has gone on Katie Miller's podcast and went to a Christmas party. If he wants to have a personal life and have fun, that's fine. But when you're in peak investigation mode, you have to prioritize being the director of the FBI, giving leadership in a top-down manner and aggressively finding this individual. Sleep is for later on. Listen, I run, a YouTube media company as a 23-year-old, and I go all day sometimes. I sacrifice parties or hangouts so I can do my work and make sure I've accomplished what I need. And it seems like Kash Patel doesn't. It seems like Kash Patel doesn't make sacrifices. He will actually sacrifice his FBI work to go to a Christmas party. And then he'll double down on sacrificing his FBI work to go to Katie Miller's podcast with his wife. And then he'll fly the government jet all the way over across the country to go to his girlfriend's concert. Like I said, you can have a work-life balance, but right now it seems like he's really balancing towards the life part. He's not doing much of the work, and this video proves that. To continue, FBI Director Kash Patel ordered agents to drive his girlfriend home. In one instance, Patel called the head of Wilkins' security detail and yelled at him to carry out the request on behalf of his girlfriend. His entire tenure at the FBI has been embarrassing. Remember when he told Charlie Kirk right after he died, "I'll see you in Valhalla"?
Lastly, to my friend Charlie Kirk, rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
This has turned into one of my favorite memes. After Jimmy Kimmel's show got pulled off the air for a few days, I said, "I'll see you in Valhalla, Jimmy. We'll keep fighting for you." And then after the Susie Wiles article came out, I said the same thing. "We'll see you in Valhalla, Susie." I don't even want to replay these podcast clips of Kash Patel and his girlfriend and Katie Miller because it's perhaps the three most boring human beings possible. Like, us talking about politics is 10 times more interesting than whatever these three are yapping about and laughing about. Remember, roughly 2 to 3 weeks ago, there were a bunch of articles saying that Donald Trump had talked about firing Kash Patel. After this leaked and multiple sources corroborated the story, Donald Trump and Kash Patel went into damage control mode and started posting photos of them together, saying that they were going to finish out the term together. But as we head into the 1-year mark of Trump taking office, there are more and more reports that he's looking to turn over part of his cabinet. We will continue to cover this day in and day out. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.